You see it?
Yeah.
Not obviously the Charleston Heston one. The Charleston Heston one, Omega Man, was closer to the book, but the movie I Am Legend, I thought, was better than the book. That's a rare example, but since this one has a movie coming out, I figured I'd get the book and give it a shot. Never heard of it before. And I must say, it is a very unique book. There are a few things about this book that I normally wouldn't like. For example, there is not a whole lot of character development. You are just thrown into this situation where these people don't know each other, and they're scientists exploring this very odd sealed area, and they're taken into this area. It's very unclear and vague on what this area is, but everyone that goes into it, they don't really come out. They just appear outside of it and then die from some mysterious cancer. So basically nobody that goes in survives, and it's very odd, and you basically get bits and pieces of that throughout the book, but it's very vague. There's very little emotion. The characters don't even really have names. The main character is the biologist. They're referenced only to their titles, not their names. And whether it's due to the fact that they're brought into these areas under hypnosis, or the fact that it's just a product of the surroundings, they all tend to get a little suspicious of each other as they go through and explore this infected region. And the whole while they're trying to find out why this area is affected. It's expanding, so it's obviously a problem. And they're trying to find out what happened to all the other teams that had been in there before. So it seems that the United States keeps sending in these teams that just keep dying. So let's just keep sending in more, and so on and so on and so on. But there's really very little that you know of that's going outside of the infected area. It's a very narrow focus of these characters as they go about doing their research. And the way it's written is very unique. It's extremely vague. And normally I wouldn't like that, but it's done in a way that makes sense. It makes sense for the story. It makes it feel as though you're actually going through and experiencing it with the characters. A very, very, very basic plot, but in my opinion, executed very well. Now, I only finished the first book, Annihilation. There's 2 more after this, from what I understand. The movie, though, after just seeing the previews, I'm a little nervous that they either don't follow the storyline, or there's more in the movie than there is in the book, meaning that they use some of the second and third book into the movie, because there's elements in there that I don't remember. And that's just judging from the previews, which is fine. I know with Jurassic Park did that too. The original book is not the same as the movie. As a matter of fact, the book, they kind of bleed into the first and second movie is all part of the first book. It's kind of odd, but like I said, they kind of all bleed together. And that's kind of what I'm thinking is going to end up happening with this one. It should be interesting to see in a few months when the movie comes out. But if you're looking for kind of an odd sci-fi read, a little bit creepy, this one's definitely a good example of how to do a very vague story and only mention the absolute necessary elements of the different characters' personality. Kind of a unique writing style, which is actually pretty tough to do nowadays. A lot of ideas from different books are all being recycled from previous books. I wouldn't say the story is what would be, the story was definitely pretty good. I'll definitely go see the movie, but not so much the story that was what was good with this book, but more the writing style, if that makes sense. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Maybe I'm overanalyzing it. Also, don't forget to check out my book, Generation's End, now released on hardcover only, hopefully coming soon in an ebook format. And if everything goes well, hopefully audiobook will follow. Also, I'll post a link below for the time-lapse of the jacket design. I'd love to hear what you guys think of it. Check it out, and I hope you guys like it.